Welcome back. It's been a long break. It's been 10 months since I've probably last posted about anything, but Fastbreak 3s is back. I've got a new background wallpaper. It's made by ChatGPT, but hey, you got to use the tools that are at your fingertips to do what you love. I am back talking about basketball as I did last season. We're ramping up to the start of the next season, which is only a week away. And today I've brought on Darby, who fondly refers to himself as the LeBron from Western Sydney, as my co-host and future podcast partner. Um, I'll leave it to him to introduce himself. If you want to, give us a brief on your basketball love, where it began. I know you're a big sneakerhead and a big fan of jerseys as well. So maybe if you want to tell us, yeah, from the start.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, my name's Diaby. I am a I'm a fake basketballer. I'm a footy player at heart. I grew up playing footy most of my life. So I started following probably in high school, maybe like year 10 or something.
Yeah.
Um, so I was a big Knicks fan. Carmelo Anthony's my favorite player, so
Yeah. You got the jersey
I
on?
still got his jersey. Yeah, I still got his jersey. I've actually got an older version of this jersey of his as well. So yeah, that was the start of the love. And just over the years, watching YouTube highlights, playing the video games, and eventually
Yeah.
learning how to play myself. I was actually half decent player. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna talk some hoops.
Awesome. And what about like the shoes aspect of it? I know you were pretty big in
Oh
basketball
yeah, I
shoes.
used to be a big Michael Jordan fan. So
Yeah.
I was collecting Jordan since I started working. So I was going to Foot Locker every week, buying a new pair of shoes. And then I ended up having shoe boxes stacked up to my roof. So
But hey, you
my,
do it for the love of the game, eh?
yeah, man, that's it. You gotta get that drip, you know.
That's it. You gotta stay droopy.
You gotta keep up with your drip, man.
I gotta learn that from you, I reckon. Gotta stay droopy. Cool. So a lot has obviously happened in the last 10 months. We got a new winner of the NBA championship. And as we are today talking about the Western Conference, I think no better place to start than kind of reviewing what we saw in the playoffs last year, with the Thunder. uh, You can't say convincingly winning that championship. They did get tested a few times, but I think they were everyone's favorite to begin with, and they kind of pretty much just got the job done. They did what they were supposed to do. But what do you think of last year's playoffs? I mean, we saw some incredible runs, yeah, especially out the East from Indiana. Some of the Western
Mm.
Conference teams were pretty average. What do you think as a whole how the playoffs went last year?
Yeah, I was probably more invested in the East, to be honest. I think the series on that side were a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Uh, OKC, they were tipped to make it finals, and they finally did. What's his name? The GM from Dallas did them a favor by trading Luca
Yeah,
halfway through the season
that's
because
true.
that was the team that they couldn't they lost to the previous playoffs. So
That is true.
uh,
I think a lot of people do forget about that could have been the challenge. I know
I
Luca was
mean,
quite injured towards the back end of the year though anyway, so
yeah,
I
but
guess it
that
didn't
guy's always
happen.
injured.
Yeah. I think the
So
only
yeah,
series that OKC got tested was that Denver one where
yeah.
they took them to 7 games and
I
Denver
think
were
they dropped the first game, right?
what was that?
Did they drop the first game? I think
Uh
Denver won the first one.
Yeah, OKC won, but I think Denver just got him back at home again as well. So I think it was kind of OKC would have had home court. So I think OKC
Hmm.
won that first game, had the lead,
Yeah,
3-all. But Denver were shot to pieces. Like Porter couldn't even lift his shoulder up to shoot. Aaron Gordon had like what a grade 2 hamstring tear or something ridiculous.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but that. could honestly be the Western Conference Finals again this year. I mean, just judging by the squads and what we've seen so far through the preseason and everything. But we'll talk about that soon. What were your, I guess, biggest disappointments out of the West last year during the playoffs? I know as a Warriors fan, when Steph went down in that game one against Minnesota, that hurt because I think we were definitely on our way to beating them. Would we have beaten OKC? Probably not. But the more games you get to see Steph play, the better, I reckon, for the world.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he doesn't have too many series left in
Exactly,
him, so every time you get there, you gotta get it done. So
definitely. And I think,
um,
yeah.
yeah,
What do you think of that? So I think with the Warriors, obviously the Houston series that the Warriors had.
mm,
Do you think Houston are in a position to grow now from, I guess, losing in a 7-game series against the Warriors?
yeah, for sure. I mean, they picked up Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's about as good of a free agent. Was he free agent or that was a
Yeah,
trade?
yeah.
It was a trade.
It
Sorry,
was a
yeah.
trade, but I mean, he
Um,
was he was always going to leave anyway.
yeah. Um, I mean, they needed scoring, so they just couldn't score against Golden State.
Yeah,
They were keeping the games relatively low scoring, but they just had no offense really.
yeah,
So
yeah. He was definitely help. I mean, Fred VanVleet going down for the rest of the year doesn't, well, before the year's even started, doesn't really help them either. So that will be interesting to see. And I've caught a couple of their preseason games, and I think Reed Shepherd is still quite young, so he's gonna grow, but they definitely need like some veteran point guard presence. I don't think you can give the ball to, Amen Thompson or any of that. They're not proper point guards.
yeah, get Westbrook. Just
Yeah, he's
get
all
the
right.
OKC three together.
That's
Adams, Durant, and Westbrook.
that's actually true. Might have to get Ibaka out of retirement as well.
Yeah, why not? Run it back, man.
Run it back. What,
Run
like
it
10
back.
years later? A
Yeah,
decade
yeah.
later. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, I think, like I said, last year kind of went as most people thought. OKC took out the chip, celebrated. They're in a position probably to do it again. So out of the West, what do you think, or who do you think are the favorites going in? I know I've kind of made like a little ladder or like groups of stacks of teams that I reckon are kind of all in that same bracket where it's very hard to differentiate.
Mm.
OKC, I think if you win it last year, you straight away start as the favorite, um, at least to win the West, but like we've seen, we've had 7 different champions in the last 7 years. So going back to back isn't easy. If anyone can do it, it's probably OKC because they're all like 25 years old and
Yeah,
still in their prime.
yeah.
But a lot of Western Conference teams have loaded up. So who are you most excited to see next week?
Uh, I, I I like the Houston team, to be
Yeah,
honest. I do like the Houston team. Yeah, I'm excited to see Kevin Durant on a decent team this year.
yeah,
Um, Phoenix, yeah, they never really got it together. Phoenix, and with the talent of players that they had, you would have thought they could have done something a bit more than what they did. But
yeah,
I think Houston. Um, I think Minnesota just because of Edwards.
yeah,
Um, I think he's going to go up again another level again this year. He'll have the ball more. He was hitting. What was he? Top five percentage of threes last year.
yeah. I think so. I think
So
he had like the most attempts, possibly. Don't quote me on that, but I think he had the most attempts, and he had like
mm,
ridiculous percentage as well. He was
yeah,
shooting
yeah,
like 10, 11 threes a game.
yeah, exactly. So I think he's going to go to another level with his game this year. Possibly even contend for the MVP, maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a big call.
uh,
Hey,
hey man,
he's got the flair for it as well. You're right. Like the
yeah, and
media love him.
that they can't just give it to Jokic every year. So it's probably Shay's to lose.
Yeah.
Luca's looking good too, but yeah, I'm excited for Houston and Minnesota.
Minnesota, those are your two picks you reckon that are going to challenge OKC?
Oh, and Denver, obviously. I think
Yeah.
that anyone who watches basketball knows
Yeah.
the Nuggets will be there or thereabouts.
I think with Denver's a team I reckon that are absolutely stacked. Like if you look at a playoff, by the time you get to the playoffs, eight guys are playing, right? Everyone's playing like
Mm,
40 minutes with a sprinkle of three guys off the bench.
yeah.
Um, Last year they had kids coming off the bench and DeAndre Jordan, who's 85 years old. Like that was there was no help coming from
Yeah.
Jokic, right?
There were no lobs for DeAndre Jordan.
Nothing was happening there. But this year they got rid of Porter, who I think he was past it there. They got Cam Johnson in, who's just a solid guy. He does anything you want him to, fits in that
Mm,
system perfectly. All he has to do is get open and shoot. Um, there's no pressure on him, facilitating or anything like that. As long as he plays defense, he'll be fine. And then you got Jokic just, get finding him on the perimeter just to shoot threes. So Cam
mm,
Johnson was an excellent pickup. They got Valanciunas. They got Bruce Brown back, who already has been in that system, won a championship with them, coming off the bench. Again, a perfect glue guy, plays really well, like kind of, plays like Jokic in the sense that he's always looking to dish, doing all the rebounding and all of that stuff. Can get 15 points if you need him to. And then they also got Tim Hardaway Jr., who I don't really rate. He's very streaky, but
mm,
in the playoffs, you need guys like that. You need a guy that can, pop off and give you four threes in a quarter and just change the
mm,
tide. When you're two man, with Jamal and Jokic isn't working. So I think they're probably the best place to challenge OKC. Again, they'll win a lot of games. They'll be top two seed probably, for sure, at least top four. So definitely excited to see them in the Western Conference. Um, and honestly, I mean, I have to talk about them, but Golden State, they're going to be back up. They're going to be back up there. They went 24-6 with Jimmy last to end the season last year. What
yeah.
they got Horford. Perfect, like who Horford reminds me of? Mo Spates from back in the day.
No buckets.
Yeah,
No buckets.
Mo
Maybe
Buckets.
a little more defense though.
Yeah, like definitely more defense, but he's the guy that's just, he's gonna pop out, shoot threes. He's got good
Yeah.
passing game, like, and he already knows
Yeah.
what Draymond, Jimmy, Steph are about. They've played multiple playoffs against each other, multiple big games, so.
Yeah.
That's really going to be interesting to see how those guys go. Kaminga, obviously, we re-signed him. He looks pretty good in that second unit, so should be all right. We've got DeAnthony Melton coming back at the start of last season. I don't know if you remember, but he started for the Warriors and he was
Mm,
excellent next to Steph because he's that defensive guard that you need. Um,
mm.
Next to Steph, so he was really good. And then we signed the original Splash Brother, so we got Steph and Seth now.
The real
So
the
I
real
don't know.
brother.
I don't know if Steph and Clay copyrighted the Splash Brother stuff, but I don't. What do you call them now?
Wow.
What do you call Steph and Seth? I can't think of a good name.
Steph, yeah. I didn't even know Steph he was still in the league.
Yeah, he's got so to
Who
whack.
did who did he play for last year?
He was in Charlotte last year. That's probably why you didn't know he
Oh,
was in
that's
the
why.
league. So yeah, I think all those teams that we mentioned are definitely Western Conference contenders. Do you see any dark horses coming out the West? Maybe you've seen a couple of preseason games or anything and been like, okay, these teams look all right or can be around the mark.
I mean, I didn't mention the Lakers. They
Yeah,
do have Luka Doncic on their team, like, and he's got it. He's looks like he's got in a bit better shape.
yeah,
He's got a lob threat here with Aiton,
yeah,
was it? Obviously they still got the king. They got LeBron.
yeah.
He'll be out to start the season. I can't remember the last time he was out to start a
Yeah,
season.
you're not wrong to start the year.
Father Time might finally be catching up with him. I mean, he is 40 old.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Clippers, they added Brad Bill. They had a good run towards the back end of the year, and then the Nuggets just they just said, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's it. You 100% that's it. Yeah.
Use a pretenders, James Harden. He looks good in the regular season, and then
Yeah.
postseason he just disappears always somehow.
Definitely.
And I think I like Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Kyrie comes back, I'm very interested to see what they can do
I
with
think
him back. Like they
definitely.
got a lot. They got a lot of depth.
Yeah, 100%. And I
They got a
think
lot of depth.
that's what the league's kind of going to now. I mean, you saw it last year with OKC. Like, obviously, you have Shea as the guy, but
Mm,
everyone else in that team, like, you had like Aaron Wiggins and like Jalen Williams, who are, what, 10th, 11th off their bench getting triple doubles
mm,
and dropping
yeah,
40. Like,
yeah.
I think the next level of talent from like 6 to 13, that needs to be evenly spread. And I think, like you said, Dallas have a lot of depth for that.
Mm,
I mean, their starting five is as good as any when you put Kyrie in there. You got
yeah, for
Cooper
sure.
Flag, AD, and they're a big team. Like they still have
Yeah.
Gafford, Lively, and AD. Like,
Mm,
cool. Like, how many blocks a game are those guys going to be
yeah.
getting?
PJ Washington as
He's,
well.
yeah, big boy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, you could have a starting like if you went small ball, your starting five could still be Kyrie, Clay, Flag, Washington, and AD at the five, which is ludicrous. Like
That's a good
that's a
lineup.
crazy lineup. Like,
Every-
yeah, that's an insane.
Everyone could shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, that's an insane lineup. Um, Dallas, yeah, those guys. I think I was having a look at the championship odds earlier. I think they're being
Mm,
very disrespected. Dallas as a team. I think they're paying somewhere around the 26s or 30s to win the whole thing, and
oh,
I think that's great value.
for
That,
sure. For
that's a
sure.
squad. I mean, they've got guys who've done it
They
before.
got champions in
Yeah, they got
there.
champions on that team. Like it's not like
Yeah.
it's a young upcoming team of, who are trying to make their name. They got actual champions on that team. So yeah, I think I like Dallas. The one team that I was really keen on last year out the West was the Pelicans, but we never saw
Mm,
them be healthy. Literally, I
mm,
think their whole starting five was injured for months during last year. And obviously, they made the trip down to Australia this year, so I got to see a few of those games. But again, they're a deepish team as well. They have a solid starting five. Zion, if Zion can be the guy, then there's plenty of talent around. They got DeJounte Murray, who's still pretty young, hitting his prime. Trey Murphy's getting better. Herb Jones is getting better. So they've got a squad that can defend. Like we saw last year, they can defend. It's just about getting those reps in, getting that team chemistry up. But they're probably one of my smokies to actually make the top eight this year. They might surprise a few teams as long as they stay healthy. Um, but yeah, I think, well, you know what? There's one team we haven't spoken about,
mm.
the Spurs.
What? The Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah, what about them?
I've actually got them in my top 10.
You don't have them?
No, I do.
Yeah.
I've got them in there.
What do you think of them? Like, it's an interesting team. They're so young, but
Mm.
they have Wemby. So
It, every time you open your Instagram and the NBA's on, there's something about Wembanyama.
yeah.
There's a crazy block. There's a freaking step back three, or the
Yeah.
guy's insane, man.
Did you see his put back off the free throw
No, I haven't seen it.
yesterday? So there's a picture of him, and so the ball. It's just a missed free throw. He's got the ball like in his hand, and he's dunked it, but he hasn't even left the ground. So the dunk's just like straight over the guy. It's insane. The
Yeah,
photo of it is
geez.
insane. Um,
Yeah.
I was just like, what do you even do with this guy? Like, he's a freak.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, those guys I think they'll definitely be in a lot of games. Spurs organization, they're not gonna just throw away games or lose games for no reason.
Is Pop, is he gonna be back
Nah, I
or
think
is he
Pop's done now.
he's in the front
He's
office now or something?
he's like head of like basketball operations or something. I don't know the exact
Mm,
title, but he's still around, so
yeah,
I'm sure he's still talking to players and stuff. But I
yeah,
think a lot of the health stuff from the last couple of years is just um, done him pretty much in terms of
yeah,
coach.
fair enough.
But yeah, that team's definitely going to be interesting as well. Again, the West is a bit of a bloodbath anyway, right? So it'll be interesting to see who comes out and who's, I guess, the last man standing at that point.
Mm,
S- Out of the West, were you so Kevin Durant trade? That was massive.
mm,
Was there
mm.
any other trades that you thought, okay, like, you know, kind of went under the radar, but hey, this might help that team that they're going to?
And the West. Um, Probably the Cam Johnson to the Nuggets. I
Yep.
think he's just a better fit. You
Yep.
know, Michael Porter Jr. He was good while he was there, but I think yeah, he's just a better fit. He's more of a standstill knockdown shooter in the corner, whereas
Yep.
MPJ he wants to maybe put on the floor one time, do a pull
Yeah.
up or something.
You're trying to do too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now he's doing podcasts and stuff. Now he's out of Brooklyn, so
Yeah.
he doesn't have to worry too much about his NBA career now. He's trying to get his brand going. So I think yeah, I think that was a good pickup for them. Even like I don't know if Valanciunas and Hardaway were trades or not, but
Yep.
it just added depth to their squad
Definitely.
because last season probably the only player they had off the bench that was doing anything was maybe Westbrook,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you don't want to be relying on Russell Westbrook
Not at his
as
age
much as
now.
I love him as a player.
Yeah.
He's
Not
not the guy he
anymore.
used to be.
What about
Yeah.
that? I mean, Lakers. You're a big LeBron fan, Lakers fan. I guess the Aiden trade that
Mm.
was very good. I think by the Lakers, they got their center that they were looking for. Lob threat with Doncic.
Yeah.
How do you see him fitting in with the Lakers?
I mean, his life should be easy. He should be setting screens and rolling hard to the rim. Luka's gonna find you. If there's one guy who's gonna find you, it's Luka Doncic. So
Yeah,
as long as he does what he needs to do, block shots, rebound. I
yeah,
think he'll have to simplify his game this year, more focused on rebounding and defense. The points
yeah.
will come.
Well, you hope so. You hope he's well, I wouldn't say he's arrogant, but I think there's a bit of air about him, right? Where he thinks he's maybe better than what he is.
He's number one pick, so you don't become number one pick by not having a
That's
little
true.
bit of
That
swag
is
about
true.
you.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was the year Luca got drafted too. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have plenty of jokes about that on their
Exactly.
team.
And I mean, that was remember that picture of Luca looking at Devin Booker when he knocked those guys out of the playoffs,
Yeah,
where there was like
yeah.
what, they were up by 40 points or something. So yeah,
Mm.
I'm sure they had a bit of catching up to do from those series. Luca obviously in the better position. Cool. So I think moving on towards uh I guess this kind of goes both ways in the sense of who you most excited to see and watch in terms of some of the players coming out of each teams. But I think the MVP as well. So the key players for each team, most of them are going to be in the MVP conversation. So who do you see coming out the West as I guess a front runner for the MVP?
I mean, you got to go with Shea.
Yeah,
He had an all-time run last year. He won everything. So
yeah,
um,
100%.
he won the Finals MVP, the regular season. I don't know who won the All-Star MVP, but I think that's about all he's got left. He's not a bad defender, but I don't think he'll ever win Defensive Player of the Year.
No,
Um,
no.
I think it's his dues. Obviously, Jokic
Yeah.
just every year. He's it's just what he does, you know. It's
If you
crazy
average
the
a triple
numbers that
double,
guy
you're going to
puts
be in that
up.
conversation all the time.
Yeah, and they're winning high fifties games.
Yep.
So yeah, I think those two. I like yeah Anthony Edwards
Yep.
if Minnesota finishes maybe 3 or 4, I think he's a shot at it.
Yep.
Uh,
Agreed.
yeah, and then mate Luca, but with LeBron on the team, it's hard, you know.
I don't know though. I think Luka's definitely a chance because LeBron, he's going to miss a lot of time. So
Mm,
I think the West is very interesting, and the team wins will tie into the MVP. Because, like you said, all the guys you mentioned, if they're not one or two in the seeding, I don't think they can be MVP. Do you know what
mm,
I mean? Like,
yeah,
Luka might average 30, 10, and 10, but it doesn't matter if the Lakers finish seventh.
yeah,
If the Lakers finish first and he's averaging that, then he'll probably get it.
yeah, yeah,
And because it's so tight, essentially the best seeded team, obviously relying on Jokic doing Jokic things, Shea doing Shea things, that those guys will finish, whatever team finishes at the top, those guys are going to be in the front running for MVP. Um, like you said, even Wemby, if he averages what, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 20,
Are
15.
you throwing Wemby in there?
Why not? But again, it's very seeding
No.
dependent, right?
Wow.
Like you need Wemby
Yeah.
to finish. I mean, you need the Spurs to finish top four.
Yeah.
That's the
You're.
thing.
I
Nah,
don't know if they, I don't
I
know if
don't
they
think
can get that high.
I don't think. But the thing is, because the West is so deep this year,
Mm.
everyone's gonna be beating up on everyone. So
Yeah,
like
it's gonna
you might see a
health.
log jam of 8 teams all getting like what 50 wins or 45 wins or something,
Mm.
and then you don't have to do as much. But you want to be in the top four seeding for MVP. Um, what is it? Just Russ that's won it in the last like 50 years, not being
Yeah,
in the top four.
and that
So
was the historic first triple double season. So
yeah, and now we see that every day.
yeah,
Triple double means
fucking
nothing these days.
yeah, guy coming off the bench and getting a triple double now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said with OKC, there was like half the team getting triple doubles for fun
Yeah,
during when they started resting all their starters. So yeah, I think those MVP conversations are really interesting. Um, Defensive player of the years, to be honest, I think I need to wait and see who looks good coming. I mean, Wemby's gonna be favorite.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably gonna get 5 blocks a game. I'm sure Gobert will be around the mark as well, as much as people hate it, but
His French brother,
it'll be.
he's rocking the baldy this year. Looks good.
Yeah, I know. I saw that the oldie with a beard,
He's
like.
looking more intimidating. So maybe block a few more shots this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so you got him, and then who else? Draymond was in there last year. I think he's definitely lost a step this year. I doubt he's going to be up there.
Mm.
I think it's Wemby's to lose, especially in the West for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't
Yeah.
know if you have got a chance to watch Cooper Flag for Rookie of the Year stuff, but
Mm.
he's another one. I think especially with Kyrie being out early, he'll get a lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
And he'll probably stamp his authority on that award as well. As long as he stays healthy, it's probably his to lose. Um, I mean, a lot of players to watch. The West stacked. Um, I mean, all the teams are just so stacked. The other day, I was watching the Clippers game, and there was like 8 guys in there that are all 35 plus or something
Yeah,
like.
that's the retirement village over there.
Yeah, I know. And I was just
But
like,
they're still a good team, man.
that's the
Like
thing. So,
they're
like,
still a good team.
it's really, I can't wait to, like, I don't even know. I think this year might be the longest year for teams to kind of space themselves out. You know how,
Mm,
like, most seasons by, like, Christmas break, Jan, Feb, who are the bad teams, who are the good teams. I
mm,
think because there's just, everyone's just going to be beating everyone. It's all going to be matchup based. You might not know until like April. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Well, definitely in the West anyway.
yeah, definitely in the West, not the East, definitely in the West.
Mm,
So yeah, I think if you want to give a summary on, I guess what you think the standings will look like, or what type of groups you have for the West.
Mm,
Um, I assume you have OKC at one.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're my one as well. Got to give
Mm.
them respect. Nothing's changed. If anything, the young guys probably get better. So
It ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
exactly, exactly. And then you've got, I think for me, I've got Houston, Dallas. I'm really high on Dallas. So I got
Oh wow.
Houston, Dallas, I think, Denver, Golden State as my next four in that next bracket. And then I've got Lakers, Clippers, who am I missing? Spurs as the next guys.
Mm.
Is yours quite similar or
Yeah, same teams, a bit different order though.
yeah?
I got,
What's the difference?
I'll just run off my top 10.
Yep,
So I got OKC one, I got the Nuggets two,
yep,
I got Houston at three, and then I got Minnesota four.
nice.
And then I got the Lakers, the Clippers, Golden State, and then Dallas at eight. Just because Kyrie's still going to be out a while, so
Yeah.
um, I can't. I like Cooper play, but he's still a rookie.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go. That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Hey.
Like, you're really high on Minnesota this year, which I don't think a
Mm.
lot of people are. So it's going to be interesting how they look. There hasn't been much said about them either. So
Mm. I don't know. I'm high on Edwards. Like I
yeah,
think that guy's insane, bro.
yeah, and he's
Like,
definitely like he wants to win. He's
yeah.
no scrub. He's not going to just quietly
He,
peter
he
out of the playoffs. Like
he's the legend killer. He took down Kevin Durant. He took down LeBron and Luca last year. So
yeah.
he took out the Warriors.
He sure
So
did. He sure did.
you
Um,
know,
and he's that young star coming through as well. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how. I mean, you're really high on them. So I'm sure we'll revisit this conversation later and see where Minnesota end up.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's the West in a bit of a nutshell. I don't think we've really missed anything. Um, Unless there's anything that you can think of that we might have missed coming out the West.
Steven Adams for Defensive Player of the Year.
Are you guys related
The big
or
Q.
are you related
Yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah. He's his uncle's my auntie's cousin. Nah, I wish, bro. I wish.
Yeah,
That guy's a beast. He's done
gotta
well
get
for
over
himself.
there. Watch him play for Houston.
Yeah.
You gotta go to a Houston Lakers game. That's what you gotta go to.
Yeah. See my two favorite players.
That's it. Oh, that'd be a great game to go to. Hey, if the
Mm.
podcast goes all right, maybe we make a business trip over to the States later
Oh,
on.
mate, I'll take it. I'll take it. I need to exercise some demons.
That's it. That's it.
I have regrets from being in LA.
No, don't worry. We'll make it
Yeah.
up. We'll make it up for sure.
Yeah.
But awesome. I reckon that's the West done and wrapped up. A lot of exciting basketball to look forward to starting next week. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, this is a regular thing and we can continue to pop out some episodes every week. But that's the
Mm.
summary of the Western Conference.